Tonight, on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide, singer-saxophonist Bennie Jerome Smith comes to our platform. The Kentucky native began his journey in music as a teenager and was postured quickly to collab with local musicians towards higher heights of exposure in the music industry. As Smith excelled in all things music, the creative garnered opportunities to share stages with notables such as Midnight Star, The Barkays, Alexander O'Neal, and more. Join us tonight as we spotlight indie artist Bennie Jerome Smith on Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. I am Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of the show, and I just want to welcome you all in. Comments are beginning to pop in. People are beginning to show themselves inside of the chat. And if you happen to just kind of navigate and you're outside of the chat, please do come in because we want to chat with you. We want to know who you are, where in the world you are watching from, because we've got a great guest on tonight. Every Monday is a Music Monday, and I love it. And tonight we have a very, very special guest, singer, saxophone player. I mean, I'm sure he does all kinds of other things that we don't know about. We'll find out tonight. Our special guest is Bennie J. Smith. Bennie,
Well,
welcome.
hello there. Hi, Miss Sabrina Taylor. How you doing?
Hello, I'm excellent, and welcome to the UAR family. Finally, we got you on the air, and we're
Oh man.
so glad to have you. So
Well, I'm humbled and blessed to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation.
you are welcome, and you guys look, take a look. Benny, I want them to want you to show them your crest on your chest. Show them that y'all look at what he did. He went and did the doggone thing. I love it, Benny. I love it, and I like that. Is that black or is that navy?
That's the black one, girl. And
Oh my God. Well, cheers to you, sir.
cheers
Cheers.
to you, ma'am.
I love it. You
Thank
guys,
you. I have to
you
thank Miss Willing. What's the young lady named Willing
Whittington Steel.
Whittington? Yeah, when I saw her do that advertisement, it was you couldn't. It was hard to resist. So I went on and I got not only the cup. I said, "Dang, there's a shirt too." Okay, so I got
I
that.
know. I love it. And it looks so good. I mean, you're wearing it well. I'm
Thank you.
absolutely I'm tickled pink that you are in our merch, and it just I hope it feels good. Tell us how it feels on you.
It does. It feels great. I got a large, and I had to make sure I didn't need any more so I can stay in a large. But it feels great. It's real comfortable, and
Good.
obviously the cup's going to be multi-purpose. So the mug looks great. And I'll make sure I got the black with it looks blue, but
Yeah,
it's black.
it's
The
black.
black,
It's
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, it's beautiful though. It served the purpose, that's for sure.
I'm so happy that you like our merchandise. Thank you.
Hey, my
Yeah.
pleasure. Always ready, willing to support.
Yeah, the best advertisement, I believe, is when somebody actually holds your merchandise in their hands and they can tell you, exactly what it feels like. It's because I'm going to brag on my stuff regardless, but to have
Please
you
do.
here, but thank you so very much. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure.
I'm humbled. Well, I want us to, of course, share. I want you guys to begin to do that tag. Let everybody know we are on the air and we've got a very, very special guest on tonight. Annie, you're a native of Kentucky. Were you not only born in Kentucky, were you born and raised? Share a little bit about that.
Yes, I was actually born in Danville, Kentucky, which is also known as the city of First,
Okay.
since that's where the state constitution was written, and I was raised simultaneously in Danville and Lexington.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's pretty much where west side of Lexington, and housing project called Old Charlotte Court, and
Wow.
then after my mom and dad separated when I was 10, we moved back to Danville in a little small house. So four of us squeezed in that little house and on Russell Street, 489 Russell Street. Never will forget that. It looks so small when you're grown and see how small that house really is.
And as a kid, you probably didn't look at it so small, but then, once you step away as an adult and come back, you're like, wow, that's
I
not
know.
as big as
How did we do it?
Yeah, exactly. Because I've done the very, very same thing. Did you, from what you're sharing, it doesn't sound like you had siblings, any brothers, sisters that lived
Yes,
with
I'm actually the eldest of four. I have a sister who's right under me who thinks she's the oldest. She's got that nurturing
I
vibe named
love it.
Bonita.
Yeah.
Yeah, named Bonita, and brother under her named Tim. Call him
Yeah.
Smitty. He's an author. He does a lot of puns. He's also be a comedian, and he is funny. He does a lot of crazy stuff. I don't know if he got it from me or he just picked it up somewhere in the street. And then I have a younger brother who's rather on the conservative side, but he's funny too. He's crazy, and I'm blessed to have still our siblings are still living, and we're still a very close knit family. Yeah.
That's awesome. So now, is there a memory that sticks with you, since you have other siblings? Because I mean, I could think of one or two right now with my brothers and sisters. Is there one that holds very close to you that you can share with us with your brothers and sisters that you
You
have
talking about as far as a fond memory?
a fond memory? It doesn't matter what it's
You know
about.
what? I think the best thing how I can describe is that we grew up initially in a two-parent household, and then when my mom and dad separated and divorced, uh, we ended up having to get on public assistance.
Wow.
So we got all the commodities, the government cheese, as they say, all the beef, pork, chicken, corn syrup, all those good commodities back in the day. But we were still we didn't, although we were economically challenged, we didn't seem like we was poor because we had a heck of a support basis with our grandmother and my Uncle Roland
Takes a
Whitley,
village.
yeah, grandmother Whitley and grandfather Whitley, Clarence Whitley. So Danville was our support, and we had a lot of friends and family in Lexington as well. So that's why I said being raised simultaneously in
Yeah.
Lexington and Danville and attending at least five different schools,
Yeah.
was pretty. And then keep in mind, I started out before integration,
Oh.
first to the fourth grade in Lexington, and then of course in fifth grade, Danville was already advanced, I think, as opposed to up most cities, and they were already integrated, and everybody got along. So I had both worlds. I had an all black environment, then I had a mostly white environment. So I've been able to kind of navigate in between the two environments, basically. And
Right, right. I want to ask you then, so, because I haven't heard anything yet about music. So, when did music enter the picture? What's the earliest memory, you know,
mm,
of
you
music?
know, great question. I think the earliest memory that I have was when in the two-parent household, my dad would buy albums. I remember albums as early as Solomon Burke, and then when we, of course, listened to the radio to all the artists of the day, the WHRR in Lexington, Little B in Lexington. I'm sorry, WHRR was in Danville, so we got a lot of the rock, country, and folk kind of music on that air. And
Yeah.
then after a while, I started earning money, like making cutting grass and earning my own money and buying my own 45s and albums. And I think those were my earliest influences. People like Jackson Five, the Osmonds, Percy Sledge, Isaac
Oh my
Hayes.
no.
Yeah,
And then you're bringing back some really great memories. 45s, man.
yeah. Come on now.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I actually, when I was putting your video together for the song, I saw an actual 45 from Columbia Records. I almost put that in. I was like, maybe I'm reaching too far back. But
No, man.
you
You never go too far back.
Oh my God. And usually I follow my instinct and I just thought, maybe it's just a little bit too much. And I didn't even put it in the run of pictures that accompanies your song. But man, that that brings back memories. Vinyl, man. Oh,
Come on now. Yeah.
yeah. Oh my God. What was one of your favorite acts at this point in your life, or groups or musicians? It doesn't matter which. What did you find that you enjoyed listening to?
You know, being in those diverse environments, like I said, all black and all white, and then a mixture,
Yeah.
I became accustomed to being able to enjoy and appreciate all kinds of music early on.
Yeah.
Now, when I was 10 and 11 years old, I got influenced early on by a band out of Danville called the Mystics,
Okay.
which was some neighborhood guys there, and they happened to be on TV on WHAS. It was a Crusade for Children telethon,
Yeah.
and then later on, um, when I got to Kentucky State University as a freshman, I got influenced by uh, Reggie Calloway. That name may sound familiar. I got a chance to see him while I was a second chair alto at that time in a jazz band. I saw him handpick musicians who would go on to become, and a female vocalist who would all go on to become the techno funk hit making group Midnight Star.
Ah,
Okay, so
got it.
that's what really changed my whole dynamics and what I wanted to do with music, because initially I was just a music education major and I thought I wanted to be a music teacher or a band director, you know.
Yeah.
But let me go back a little bit just for a second. What
Hang
really
hang on just a second. I want you to hold that thought
I'm
because
holding it.
I want no, no, no. I want us to take our first break, and I really want to get everything in, because it's just a 45-minute session, and I really
Understandable.
want to get everything that I possibly can in. So let me go ahead and get the break out of the way, so we could just chat and we can just talk, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then if just put a pin in it and remember where you were, because here's what I'm going to bring up after the break. I'm really kind of familiar with the fact that you played with other bands as a teenager. um, I want to know if that next statement that I kind of stopped you in saying was the the catalyst that opened the door to you playing professionally. So
Mm,
I want to condense everything in so we can kind of, I mean, I know you had probably an amazing childhood, but I want to kind of get over into the thing that really got you started, that really was the catalyst. So I want to get that answered after we get back from the break. Now hang on to that,
okay.
because we are definitely going to come back really quickly. So we'll be right back, everybody. Don't you go away. There is more with our special guest on tonight. Hello, Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide family. Are you also a part of the legendary hitmakers and icons family? If you're not, make sure you go over today, press the follow, and make sure you get the alerts. I want all of our families interconnected. Do it now. Go to Legendary Hitmakers and Icons page on Facebook and follow. Hello, everyone. I'm Sabrina Taylor. Please join me every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time for Let's Pray with Sabrina Taylor. 30 minutes from start to finish. God hears us when we pray and responds in power. I'd love to have you there. Check out the new merchandise from Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. Our brand new black is the new white mug is available now at Etsy.com. And while you're there, peek in on our teas. Don't forget, go over to Etsy.com /shop the Music Note Boutique. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show. This is Unsigned Artist Reveal Worldwide. In case you're just joining us, it is the place for unsigned as well as indie creatives to spotlight them and help bring awareness where there may not have been any. And I've had a lot of people come to me and say, hey, when you had that person, such and such, I didn't know about them until your show. So my job is really done at that point. So tonight we have an unsigned artist, though they may have their own private labels. Um, we still want to feature them. And this, my friends, is Bennie J. Smith. He's here with us on tonight. We've even got comments up at the top. I don't want to forget the UAR family. Because of them, we are. And so I want to acknowledge Rose Lady Edmond with Jazz Lovers Corner. So glad to have you here, Rose Lady. And also Martin Higgs, my special friend from the UK. I love it when he comes in. That just touches my heart because you know what? He's 6 hours ahead of us, right?
Wow, that's
I know. That just I'm humbled. I'm
that's
humbled,
beautiful.
and he's really consistent. Colleen Keithley, she's another one of my Facebook friends.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, she got the jazz pages. What's up, young
several
lady?
several jazz pages.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
Sheila Singleton, my honorary PR person. I mean, I've got so many friends and family. Heidi Tan, my sister, she is here in the house, and looks like Ron Booth is on tonight. Good evening, Sabrina.
Yeah, that's my writing partner.
Hey,
What's
writing
up, Boothie?
partner. We're so glad
Yeah,
that
we have a
you.
music publishing company together. Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love it. I love it. Is this Ron right here? I don't know if this is my friend Ron. Ron, no, it's not Ron Leffert because I see him here. Okay, I see Ron here. Usually, his banner says Facebook user. So
Okay.
tell me who you are, Facebook user. He says, "Good evening and Monday blessing to you." That sounds like Elliot. I'm not really sure because I can't tell who this is, but share with me. Sometimes when our viewers come on, I can't tell. But let's see, who have I not acknowledged? Shelly, Sheila and Shelly, my twins here on Unsigned Artist Reveal.
All
Maria,
right. Hey, Shelly, what's up?
I know. Hi, Maria. So glad to have you on.
Ah, that's my homegirl, my K State classmate and fellow Kentuckian. She lives in Charlotte now. What's up, Maria? Call her Beach.
Hey, Maria.
Yeah.
And Daryl Ray is here tonight. Just so glad to have everybody.
All
Yep.
right.
And thank you, Rose Lady. I thought it was Winfred Elliott. I figured it was. It's just his wording just kind of made me think of him. So I figured that is who it was. So I'm so glad that all of you guys are on tonight and you're watching and make sure, like I said, that you guys share and tag if possible. I am Judy. I want to say hello to her right quick since I see her popping in. Judy, hello.
Hey, what's up, Judy? That's another one of my homegirls from Danville, Kentucky.
You got friends. You got friends. I'm kind of jealous.
Hey, thank you for coming on, Judy.
I know. I know. Well,
I call her Miss Judy.
I'm sorry, Miss Judy. Hey, Miss Judy. And so before we went to break, I asked you to put a pin in where you were kind of going off to. But if it's possible, can you incorporate what you were getting ready to share? Because what I really wanted to know is what was um, that that thing, that opportunity, you know, that opened the door for you to to play professionally.
I have to first of all give him full honor and glory to the Creator. I forgot to do that earlier. I have to say, after witnessing the Mystics when I was 10,
Yeah.
but because I was still young, but I didn't know. But I think after witnessing the formation of Midnight Star my freshman year at Kentucky State,
Hmm.
I knew then what I wanted to do because at the time, not only was I in a jazz band, we were in a pep band, and not just a traditional pep band. We had the actual instrumentation, full rhythm section, horns, female vocalist background, and I did lead vocals. We actually performed pre-game, halftime, and post-game of the basketball of the Kentucky State University basketball games back in the day when they were at the old convention center downtown. So
Right.
I think that was probably the catalyst. And then later on, when everybody graduated and went on their own individual thing, Ron Booth actually wrote several originals, and
Yeah.
he had a rhythm section there who recorded it in Alsip, Illinois, and he had everyone else who was in the band to
Wow.
come to Chicago area to practice. That means the horns and vocals to come and practice at his house, and then we also laid the tracks down in the studio in Alsip, Illinois. And then the following, this was in '81, Thanksgiving weekend. Can you imagine? And so '82, the summer of '82, is when we actually formed the band. So we
Got it.
call ourselves emulating what Midnight Star was doing at the time. So that was
Gotcha.
our that. So that was probably the impetus that allowed me to really realize that we were finally going to get an opportunity to form a band, a full self-contained band at that. And to boost credit, his parents actually co-signed to have him have the music equipment for us to start. So him and our sound man at the time, Mike Hopkins, they came down from Chicago to Little Frankfort, Kentucky. We rented a couple of apartments, and that's how it all began. The summer of '82, we were on
Wow.
our way. So we thought.
Wow. So then what was, can you remember your first big opportunity? I mean, major opportunity. I mean, their opportunities are good and that's cool.
Hmm.
But can you go back and reflect, you know, that big gig like opening for somebody or being on a stage, if you call their names we would know. Can you remember that first one?
Yeah, I'd have to say it was during, we were still called the Pep Band, Kentucky State University Pep Band, and we had a chance to open up for Evelyn Champagne King in the
Ah,
Bar Caves on the campus of Kentucky State University.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, and that was our first breakout opening for National Act.
Really?
And of course, after playing in Kentucky, we figured and realized quickly that Kentucky was not conducive for what we were doing. We're doing funk, R&B, originals, and cover songs.
Hmm.
So when we recruited a couple of guys from Cleveland, Ohio,
Hmm.
we didn't realize we need to make a move. So we decided to relocate to Cleveland, Ohio,
Wow.
and that's when everything really exploded. From there, we started opening up for more national recording artists down in Kentucky. Went to Chicago and just a lot of areas that that opportunity provided itself for us. So
Right.
those are some, yeah, it was crazy, man. I tell you.
Wow. So where in the world, I like to say that, have you played, other than in the Midwest? Sounds like, sort of Midwest and then maybe heading west because you're Kentucky. Have you gone outside of the US to travel to perform, or have you
You know,
mainly stayed in the States?
actually, since I went solo, I ended up after the band breakup syndrome, I would call it.
Yeah, always happens.
80s, 90, yeah, at the
Yeah,
suggestion of a good friend of mine named Ed Garner out of Lexington. He suggested that I start my own thing, and
yeah.
so that's when I came up with the Benny J and Friends concept.
Hmm.
Whereas I just hire musicians and vocalists,
Sure, sure.
depending on what the budget permitted, and that's when I started breaking out, and I had so much peace of mind after that.
Did
Of
you?
course, Booth and I got together and re-recorded some of the music material that he wrote, and I overlaid vocals on some of the tracks that previous vocalists were on, and we launched that. We called ourselves Brothers of Struggle and had our own record label in '94. But I think the farthest two places that I've had a chance to actually branch out to, I had a chance to open up for Keith Washington last November Thanksgiving weekend in Houston. So
Yeah.
that was my Texas debut, I guess you can say, back in November 21st.
Yes, in the South, right?
And yeah, and Miss Veronica McCreary, who's
Right.
over Sophisticated Lady Productions, she was
Correct.
responsible for me doing that. And
Yeah.
then just this year, I made my Cali and West Coast debut when I had a chance to perform at a jazzy brunch that Miss Cheryl Jackson, based out of LA, provided me the opportunity to do that. So, and I did that with a young lady by the name of Elisa Gomez Taylor.
Yeah.
And so that's, oh, I can't forget in 2006, I had set in. It wasn't an actual playing gig, but I got a chance to set in with some guys that I forgot the name of the group, but they came up with that song. Okay, whoop, there it is. They were
Yes.
in the Bahamas. They were happening to the writers for that they were playing, and I got a chance to actually set in. So I guess you can say that's my first international
The Bahamas.
opportunity to kind of set in. Yes, ma'am. That was
Yeah.
yeah, 2006.
So today do you think the Bahamas is like a place you'd return to perform if offered?
Oh, my motto, my dear sister, is have gig, we'll travel.
I love
That's pretty much that's where it is. Taking off from the old west and have gun with travel. But it's
it.
true though. If I got to get, and what I love about my company that I'm currently working with is, um, if I give them at least a week or two notice, they'll actually route me to wherever I got a gig or event at. So that's the blessing so
Right,
far.
right. Wow. Wow. Wonderful. Wonderful. So is there a favorite place? Sometimes we happen upon places that we've either traveled to, visited, or whatever. And it's like, you know what? I think I'd love to come back here. Is there a place that you've performed at that you'd say, yeah, I know, if they invite you, you'd go back. But is there just a particular place that you've been to that you'd love to return to?
Well, I have to say, Charlotte, North Carolina. I
Why?
lived there. I've lived there before. I relocated there back in
Mm-hmm.
2006, primarily to broaden my horizons in the entertainment arena. And
Mm,
Charlotte, North Carolina was hot then, and it's hot now. There's some
it
new
is.
clubs there,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and Los Angeles area. I love
LA.
going there as well. Yeah, and DC, I'm hoping to do something in the DM, as they call it, the DMV
Mhm.
zone. So
Yes,
hopefully I
absolutely.
can get a chance to do that. But once again, I don't. Those are probably my favorite spots because I've been there. But
Hmm.
I'm open to perform anywhere if anyone want to have the gig for me to do, whether it be a concert, private, public affair, whatever.
Yeah.
I have the capability to hook up with the musicians and or vocalists. Once again, depending on the budget and make it an enjoyable time for the host and the guests.
Wow. Yeah. Rose Lady can attest. She says, yeah, the Carolinas is very hot right now.
All right now.
Yeah, very southern, but it's a beautiful place. And I mean, all jokes aside, it really is. I've got, several people there that I know, and including those who are musicians who are in the Carolinas. And
Yes.
so,
I might have to come
absolutely.
down. I might have to come to Jackson, Mississippi, somewhere in that area too. Now.
Yeah, and see, you're saying that, and I don't know if you saw the show last week, but I was sharing with my last guest that I've looked at a bunch of tour schedules for smooth jazz, and
Ah,
and I don't find Jackson, Mississippi on their tour schedule. Why? Because
really?
we're in the Bible Belt, okay?
Okay.
And in this area, the biggest interest musically is blues, southern
Oh, okay.
southern soul, and gospel, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and so I want to kind of change that. And so I've already kind of, made my way into some higher places to try to make sure that
Okay. Well,
it's
good luck with that. Good luck with. Go for it.
and so yeah, it's time for change because this the money is here, the love for music is here, and sometimes people don't really know, and until you know how some people say, well, I don't know if I'd like that, I've never tried it, but And so once you introduce it to people, then, maybe you can change their palate.
Hey, might as well.
I know, right? I know.
Yes, ma'am.
Want to say hello to a good friend of mine. I think this is, did Michael Upshaw? I thought I saw him pop in here. I did. Michael Upshaw. So glad to have you in. Producer, singer, songwriter. Yes, he's in the house. So glad to have you on with us tonight, Michael Upshaw.
All
But
right now. Hello there.
exactly. I want us to take the last break of the night. And of course, when we come back, we've got more questions. And of course, the coveted music premiere with a cover tune by our special guest on tonight. So listen, guys, you hang out, don't go away. We'll be right back. Hello, Unsigned Artistryville Worldwide family. Are you also a part of the legendary hitmakers and icons family? If you're not, make sure you go over today, press the follow, and make sure you get the alerts. I want all of our families interconnected. Do it now. Go to Legendary Hitmakers and Icons page on Facebook and follow. Hello, everyone. I'm Sabrina Taylor. Please join me every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time for Let's Pray with Sabrina Taylor. 30 minutes from start to finish. God hears us when we pray and responds in power. I'd love to have you there. Check out the new merchandise from Unsigned Artistryville Worldwide. Our brand new black is the new white mug is available now at Etsy.com. And while you're there, peek in on our tees. Don't forget, go over to Etsy.com/shop/The Music Note Boutique. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the last half hour of the show. I mean, when we get in, things just happen so quick. And, the show is half over. And I'm sad because I really enjoy sitting and chatting and talking with our guests when they come on the show. Well, I'll talk about that a little later. But in case you didn't know who I am, I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of Unsigned Artistryville Worldwide. My special guest tonight is singer saxophonist Bennie Jerome Smith. What's the matter? Okay, I think he's probably having it. Can you hear me okay, Benny? Benny? Okay, looks like he is having a little problem.
Audio.
Can you hear me?
Audio.
Yeah, his audio is messed up. So what we're probably going to get him to do is go out, go out and come back in, and then what we can do is see if that like actually helps. I'm going to send him a private chat and let him know to go out and come back in and see if that works for him. And if not, we may have to do the show without him. And I really don't want to do that. So he just saw my private chat and he's going to go out and come in again. I don't know. Sometimes with the internet, things aren't so good. But I hope to date, at this point, you're having a good time. And I wanted to see if I missed anybody in the chat. Oh, that was Michael. Michael Upshaw responding to me saying hello and welcome to the show. You're so welcome. And we appreciate you coming on and being consistent in supporting the Unsigned Artistryville. Thank you guys so much. All of you who come on. And yes, I'm talking my way through this because we need to get our guests back on the show. But I really do. I want to say I appreciate all of you coming in and supporting the Unsigned Artist Reveal. We've got people that come from all over the world. I will soon have a special guest from the Ukraine. He will be coming on in October. And if I'm not mistaken, I was told that the song that we will premiere has been considered for a Grammy. So it was accepted to be considered. So I'm really kind of interested in talking to this gentleman to see what's going on with him. And yes, he's been right smack dab in the middle of the war. But music has been his saving grace. And I thank God for music. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get our special guest back on, but I do know this. What I'm going to do is I want to do the premiere right now because the premiere is about 5 minutes long. That'll give him time to kind of get himself acclimated and get back into the swing of things. And then we can kind of talk about the inspiration. Now, this song is an oldie but goodie. If you like the elements, earth, wind, and fire, I think you're going to enjoy this cover. It's called I'll Write a Song. I remember hearing Philip Bailey sing this song, and it was such a beautiful song. Um, it brought tears to my eyes. What I learned about this song is some people think it's like a love song. It is. This was when he learned that he was going to, well, that he was bringing help bring a child into the world. And so this it just means that much more to me to know the story behind I'll Write a Song. And so I want us to take a look at it. And then, yes, my guest has come back, but since I've set it up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the cover that Bennie Jerome Smith has performed with the Earth, Wind, and Fire tune. I'll Write a Song. You guys enjoy. We'll be back in just a minute.
I thirst but never quench. I know the consequence. Feeling as I do, we're in a spinning top. Where tell me will it stop? And what am I to say? Open a music book that only few can look. 'Cause I write a song for you. Love is a symphony, hearts in one melody. 'Cause I write a song for you. Sounds never
All right, a song, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay, okay, okay. So now, what was the inspiration behind you singing? He still can't hear, and I'm not muted, and he's not muted. Go out and come back in. Let's see if we can get him back in here. I'm not sure what it is, but I want to ask him. There we go. Can you hear me now? I'm not sure what the problem is with our audio. We lost his audio, um, but I love the song. I I really did. I love the song, and um, I'm trying to get him in so you guys can talk with him. But unfortunately, we're not able to get him back in his audio. His picture's beautiful, but that was the old Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'll write a song. I have always loved that song. And he did a really wonderful job on it. I didn't have a video, so of course I did my thing. You know me, I'm gonna bring it home. Um, but I wanted to ask him his inspiration, and when you do an Earth, Wind, and Fire, or a Minnie Riperton, or an Anita Baker, or a Gladys Knight song, you got to bring it on home. And I want to see what I'm going to do at this point. I want to bring on some of the comments. Love it, Benny, is what Colleen said. Judy said the same thing. She loved it. She loves it. Sheila says, you did that, Benny. And I know he can't respond right now, but I want him to see. Um, and let's see. And that sax. Yeah. I think he did a splendid job. I'm gonna try one more time to see if we can get him to come on. Can you hear me at all, Benny? Can you hear me? No, yeah,
Thank you very much.
there he is. There he is. Okay, so finally, we got him
Thank you
in,
very much.
and we can get your audio. Sometimes the audio thing, and I did see where there was a mute and unmute, mute and unmute. I think you were just trying to see what was happening there. But sometimes the internet systems just don't work as properly as we think they should. But Benny, what brought that inspiration in? I mean, out of all groups, you did an Earth, Wind, and Fire remake. I mean, you really had to have a lot of a nerve, to do that and release it. So, what was the inspiration behind that? Okay, so we lost him again. Not really sure. It might be his headset because I think he's on a headset, and it may just be going in and out. I'm so sorry, you guys, that we're not able to get his comments because I thought I heard his voice a little while. Can you hear me at all? Can you hear me? Yeah. No. So
Can
he
you hear
can't.
me?
Yes.
Okay. I
Yeah.
can't hear you, but I thank you so much for playing that cover song. Like I said, I couldn't hear it, but I do appreciate you sharing that. And I'm sorry about the technical difficulties on my end. Must have hit something. And I don't know what the heck I did, but at least you can hear me. So I'm
Yeah.
grateful and humbled that you allowed me to come on your show tonight. And look forward to another opportunity that I can get this audio straight on my end.
Oh, wow. Yes, indeed. Well, we
And I
appreciate.
can read chats though. We still got the chat option included.
Yeah, I have the chat
Maybe
off.
not. We run out of time.
Yeah, but with the chat, it's not the same as speaking. But I'm going to go ahead and mute him at this point because this is going to go to radio, and so I really want to keep some cohesiveness about it. But I really appreciate that you guys are hanging in there while we're having these issues, and we can still see him, but he can't hear me. I can hear him clearly, but he can't hear me. And so I'm actually going to take him on out of the chat because I want to keep this as clean as possible because we want to rebroadcast this. This was really, really a great piece. I really I want the world to hear it, you know, and that's really how it's done here. You know, we're all different. We're all creatives in our own right, and we all bring something special to the table. Don't you guys think so? I do. I really do. So I think basically that's all we got on tonight. He's still down here with me. I'm gonna go back of house with him after the show and see if I can get anything after we get off the live to see if I can hear him. If we have to talk on the phone, that's absolutely fine. But I want you to know I appreciate all of you for coming in, hanging in there. Tech stuff happens. And so we just have to circumvent it and improvise and do the best that we can. I hope you guys enjoyed him because I really, really did, right? So go wherever digital music is sold. And I want you guys to go and get his music. Listen, as well, he is locatable. Let's see, I want to bring up his Facebook information. This is how you can connect with him. You can connect with him only on Facebook. He is a politician. And that's what I was going to say to him. You know, how does a politician get so involved in music? But you know what? That's just a part of life. We do all different kinds of things. But on Instagram and Twitter, I think everything is revolved around his political account. But entertainment wise, you can find him on Facebook, as you can see scrolling right there underneath my picture, and you can connect with him that way. He doesn't have a website yet, but this is how you connect with him. And that song is on all digital platforms. He has another release, another cover. If you watched the promo this morning, it's a Patti LaBelle "Somebody Loves You, Baby," right? I know you saw that little snippet, 26 seconds. You can find the video on YouTube, right? But he's going to release it October 14th as a single. So watch out for him, support him. He's an indie artist. I hope you guys enjoyed everything because I know I really did. Unfortunately, at the end, we couldn't get him to say, what inspired him, but you guys inspire me. I really appreciate you so much. Next week we have Atina. She's coming back to the show. She has new music, and we are going to just love on her as well on the next Music Monday. I love you guys so very much. Listen, have a great Monday, and remember, what you make happen for others, God will make it happen for you. I love you guys so very much. You take care, and we'll see you soon. Peace.